Let's address this right away. Watches that are built around a music theme may seem odd, rare, or unique, but in fact, many watch brands have been doing this for a while now. We have Seiko, we have Hamilton, we have Jacob & Co., even Raymond Weil, built their own brand around the music theme. But this Legatodiver from MW may be the best application yet of a music theme watch. Find out how they executed it. This video is brought to you by MW Watches. Our prototype sample for this review is the white Legatodiver. The diameter registers at 39.5mm without the crown, with a lug-to-lug distance of 46mm. The thickness is 12mm including the crystal, and the case is protected to 300 meters of water resistance. Powering this diver is a Sellita SW200-1 caliber that beats at 28,000 vibrations per hour, has a 38-hour power reserve, and features a hacking seconds hand. This watch is built with 316L steel and uses a sapphire crystal and bezel insert combo. This remix of a diver makes use of identifiable elements from a guitar, such as the tuners, fretboard, and even the bridge pickup. Adrian, founder and designer of the Legato, sought out to combine his two aspirations together into one single project: his love and passion for music and mechanical watches. Starting in 2018 and finally finishing the design phase in 2020, MW aims to burst into the scene with its own take of music-themed watches. The Legatodiver immediately displays a tasteful direction with a 39.5mm diameter fitting nicely on a 6.25-inch wrist. The male end links extend the lug distance noticeably, but it still fits fine. I have a love-love relationship with diamond pattern knurlings. It plays with light beautifully while providing more than adequate traction. This makes winding the crown a satisfying task. Something I love with SW200 calibers is the very positive click of the date step of the crown and every date switch. Setting the hour and minutes are also smooth without any stem wobbling. This kind of tolerances is championed by microbrand enthusiasts, and the Legatodiver is built with these standards in mind. Other functional areas carry this same manufacturing personality, such as the crisp ratcheting action of the bezel. The quality is more apparent as we look a little closer. Although the design may seem like a cover of the common microbrand tune, MW puts their own spin to it. That flat crystal and bezel insert collaborates to create a desirable sheen, with the crystal and bezel gap delivering that visual interest. The bezel serration complements the lines of the fretboard bezel design, but it does give off an industrial feel rather than a musical instrument. I've seen guitar tuners that resemble this crown though, and this one lights like a torch. The Legato also accommodates the strap grouts with its drilled lug holes. The clasp use is modestly signed but beautifully framed with polished chamfers on the sides. Adjustment holes garnish these sides, but it's the articulations of the bracelet that truly endears. It's a solidly built bracelet all around, and it moves out of the way for you to enjoy that display caseback. I like how Adrian chose to use a 4-screw caseback here to ensure that the guitar string prints aligns with the direction of the bracelet. It truly simulates the sound holes of a guitar, with the silver printed strings reflecting light nicely. Even the carvings around it resembles the guitar's rosette. This is how you design around a theme. In this watch, the guitar elements are there if you're familiar with or intend to look for them. If you're a casual observer of watches, these elements won't jump off the watch to grab your attention. The dial under this extreme magnification expresses itself with its subtle textures and balanced contrast. The fine blend of short lines gives way to the long slender curves and voluptuous ovals and circles. And at night, this music-themed timepiece continues to impress with its own unique pattern of illumination. From what we've seen, the Legatodiver is a finely tuned watch that's ready to change its pitch to suit any occasion. Out of its equally music-themed box, this MW watch comes with its own screwdriver and extra leather strap, so you can quickly change your strap backstage between songs. Both the strap and bracelet comes equipped with quick-release spring bars that help swapping bands convenient and tool-free. More and more microbrands are offering this feature, making their value quite irresistible. This brown leather strap changes the personality of the watch while providing a large amount of color for the high contrast dial to play off with. On the wrist, this is also quite flexible, and when compared to other leather straps, it's rather softer to roll around on. The same can be applied with other styles of straps. We have a few straps lying on the table, and it's always a treat to play around with them. Let's start off with another white stitch strap, but with a cooler tone like blue. This 20mm sailcloth strap from Artem achieves the same effect like that of the leather strap, with its texture taking center stage. On the wrist, its collar is subtly observable, but that stitch really makes a statement, which is rugged but finessed. Once you remove the prominent stitching, the strap blends away with the bezel. All these black parts pushes the visual profile inward, making the white dial look smaller. It's a small neat trick that could actually help smaller wrists to wear this watch better. This configuration also makes wonderful use of the red-tipped seconds hand and red text at 6. Going back to a white stitch band with a clasp, the Legatodiver seemingly bulks up with a blink of an eye. That extra heft created by the hardware adds an extra masculinity to this strap choice. But with the RM style strap, it's equally fast to undress than it is to install. The option is also there to use a lot of NATO straps, but bear in mind that you should also have some regular spring bars available, as this one does not have extras with the package. Now with this Bond style NATO, the Legatodiver can be mistaken for a Seamaster if I didn't know better. There might be a lot of overhang on this dainty reviewer's wrist, but I'm sure many of you can have a lot of fun with your favorite fabric strap collar. Pricing will begin at $489 for the Super Early Bird campaign, and it comes in 3 other color variants. There will be changes for the production run, such as improved hands and better logo proportions on certain dials. The MW Watches comes out with a great first watch that has its own identity and refreshing take in a very saturated market. It's a product born out of a great idea of fusing together 2 passions in one. Music aside, you can see that a watch enthusiast designed this watch. If you don't believe us, just visit his own YouTube channel and you'll see what we mean. And if you do, you know this diver rocks. With careful attention to detail and tight manufacturing tolerances, the Legatodiver from MW was able to make a solid impression while delivering a unique character for a music-themed watch. It's not too loud or overbearing with its music theme, but it's also not too subtle to be uninteresting. It's truly harmony in the eyes and hits the right tones to the touch.